G'day, I'm Shane from Minedex. Last week we put it out there for everybody to ask some questions on how to gain a start in the mining industry. We said we'd come back with some answers on our vlog. This week we're just going to cover off on one or two. Look, first one, we had a lot of questions being asked that people were based in metro kind of locations like Melbourne and Sydney, and how do they gain their start? People in residential mining towns, they're getting their start, and this is the thing. When you're competing against experienced mining people that live in Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, the client has an expectation that people are going to get off their plane once they fly into site and start work. Hence why you're not getting a start whilst you're living there, because you're competing against people that have got the experience. In a rural mining town or a residential mining town like Kalgoorlie or Mount Isa, it's a transient type of community. So therefore, people that get into these towns are more likely to get their start. So whilst you're living in a metro location like a Melbourne or a Sydney, Brisbane, Perth, for example, and you're applying to these residential mining towns, the clients really aren't going to look at you. Reason being, number one reason, is that there is a large influx of candidates coming into these residential mining towns. Let's say there's 50 to 100 new faces turn up in these towns every month. A client is going to look at them before they look at someone who's got a metro location written on their CV. It really is one that if you're that keen to get into the industry, you've got to make the commitment. We would say, don't go there expecting a job from day one. Have enough money in the back pocket to survive for 4 to 6 weeks, and make sure you've got enough that you're not living skint out of eating baked beans every night for tea. But these residential mining towns, they're starting to go. We're seeing that we've posted over 30 entry-level jobs onto the job board site from all over the country. Look, another question that was raised was people have got mining qualifications that they've done via a third-party training organisation, where they say, well, I've spent 5 days doing a dump truck driving course or a surface extraction course. Look, the reality is that on site, 5 days or 40 hours is really only 4 days on a mine site, being that most sites work a 12-hour day. So the 5 days in doing a training qualification where you're not really in the mining environment, when you compare that to people that are living in residential mining towns, the clients are going to take those guys. Yeah, it's great to have qualifications and some kind of mining understanding behind you, but what these companies are looking for, especially in the residential towns, is people that are here. They've made the commitment, they've sold up, they've finished their jobs, they've got here, and they're dead set keen to work in the industry. Most of the people that get here, yeah, they want to drive a dump truck, but I would say 95% of these people don't start as a dump truck operator. Their aspirations are to get there, but they're willing to take TA jobs, mill cleaning jobs, drillers offsider roles, field technician roles, really start at the grassroots and building their career from there. Look, there's 2 questions answered. We've got about half a dozen more that have come across that are fantastic. We're going to do these every week, but we encourage you to keep on sending your questions in. Again, if you're not registered, register on minedex.com.au, free to register. We'll keep on continuing to put real life content, up-to-date information, and our job boards that will show the entry-level mining opportunities as they're just increasing. Thanks for listening in, guys. Bye for now.